America, what is going on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and wherever else you might be watching Kevin from Kevin's Corner. Yeah, I don't know where you watch the show from. Who knows? But wherever you're watching it from, welcome to the show. Hit that like button, share my videos. Hopefully you're watching me on YouTube. And if you're watching me on YouTube, you can find me on other social media platforms. And all the links are below the video. Now, it is Thursday night. And you know what time it is. It's time to get busy, man. So first things first, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know that you can see me. Because if you can, then I can get busy. How about that? So if you're checking in from YouTube, go ahead and let me know. Type something in the chat. Let me know where you're at. I want to know where you're at in the chat. Because you're about to experience the livest live stream on the internets. We're about to have ourselves a rip-roaring good time cracking on these Democrats and these globalists and all the rest of them, okay? We're going to expose a whole bunch of crap tonight. So, yeah, y'all say y'all can see me? And if you can see me, then it is what it is, man. Now, this number right here, 330-974-4607. If you text MAGA to that number, then you'll be in the club with the cool kids just in case the internet's come for me. Yeah, you'll know how to find me and I know how to find y'all. And with that being said, let me get busy. Welcome to the Gorilla Clan, y'all, where we rock the planet, beating our chests like a silverback. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Real gorilla. Get some jeans in the building. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Gorillas in here. Now, before we get into the content tonight, I got to let you know I do have a corner store. That's right. And it ain't bootleg. We ain't got no bootleg corner store, okay? We don't be in there selling tops and all kind of stuff like that. Black and Miles and roach clips. We don't do that in Kevin's Corner Store, all right? We sell good merchandise, including with my dog, Gizmo, my little sidekick. So you can even get some Gizmo merch in the store. Also, my fundraising link is below the video on YouTube during the live stream. You can always just click on that and support the channel that way. But most important, hit the like button, share my videos, and follow me on all the other social media platforms just to give the internets a black eye because they don't like hearing messages like this. So with that being said, y'all, you know how we always got to start the show, y'all. Yeah, man. Compare and contrast between Trump and creepy, sleepy, sleazy, slimy, sloppy Joe. So let's go ahead and check in what's going on with the creep show. We want to check out the creep show, see what's going on with the creep show, y'all. Because we got folks that probably shouldn't be out there trying to weigh in on politics because this is not the right time. When we've been going through so much and you get folks like Michael Douglas, you get folks out there that's rich and they want to step in and weigh in on politics and they got the type of cheese to weather the storm. It's not cool. You don't want to hear a lecture from a millionaire. And when you sitting there struggling to get milk and you sitting there looking at the gas tank and you can't even walk away from it. That's how bad things are. I used to just go ahead and put the nozzle in the man truck, hit the pump and just walk off. Get on the phone. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm pumping gas. Now I'm sitting there looking at that mug like, is it going to stop? Is it going to? All right, should I go ahead and, you think we good? Can we make it? Yeah, you got to be concerned now. And you got folks like this coming out making bogus statements like what you're about to hear, which is going to set the tone.
So you and Biden are about the same age. What do you think?
Michael Douglas.
Are you one of those people who wished he had bowed out, let the field choose somebody else? How do you think about that?
Well, I think that I walk a little similar to him. And the people that I've talked to and everybody that I have say he's as sharp as a tack.
What? Now, do you hear Jewel now? Do you hear this man who ain't been in a movie in about 35 years got to be talking about some out there people who I talk to says he's out there as sharp as a tack? Who are you talking to? That's my question. You ain't got to talk to nobody. All you got to do is just watch the videos. So I'm going to have to help Miguel, out here because Miguel Douglas apparently haven't been watching the clips that we've been watching. So I don't need to make a phone call. They're not going to tell you the truth anyway. They've been lying about Biden's condition for years now. They knew this man was blew out mentity. When he ran against Trump, they knew that. So there, a couple weeks back when he didn't pass that little, I guess, exam that was given to him by her when he was questioning Joe. Yeah, they had the nerve to come out and say, well, you know what? No, that was a mischaracterization of what he's going through. Because in the meetings, Biden is sharp. In the meetings, he's taking control. Well, I need to see some manifestation of that in the public. Don't be talking about this behind closed doors. Yeah, take the camera in the meetings. I want to see what Joe's doing behind closed doors. So now he said that the folks said that he's sharp as a tack. So we're going to go ahead and have to take that right now to the bank.
He's fine.
See if it cashes.
Everybody that I have say he's
as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
Can I show you something?
Please do. Please do show me something. Now, I know it's hard to admit. You know, when you have supported somebody like Joe Biden and the fact that this man obviously is in cognitive decline, and you realize that your choice has led to pretty much the decline of the United States within a short amount of time, it's hard to admit that. So you're probably trying to see things in Joe that aren't there. Now, look, I mean, he's just a little wobbly. It's a little wobbly, but everybody wobbles a couple times. You know the song, Wobble Baby, Wobble Baby, Wobble. Yeah, everybody wobbles every once in a while. I mean, okay, yeah, look, he fell up the steps once, twice, okay, 3 times. But haven't you ever fell up the steps 3 times with a 10-mile-per-hour wind? You never done that? You never done that? No, I've never done that. So I know it's hard to come straight out and say, yeah, man, I bet on the wrong pony. But there's that time where you just got to tap out, because at this point, you're just trying to gaslight the public. We all see what's going on with Creepy Sleepy. So let's go ahead and see what this man is talking about, because he said, can I show you something? Please do.
I see an economy.
Okay.
The gross and middle out and the bottom up, where the wealthy pay their fair share.
Oh.
So we can have child care, paid leave, and so much more, and still reduce the federal deficit and increase economic growth.
Okay.
Folks, imagine what we can do next.
Oh, shoot. Michael Douglas might be right. Joe sounding like he knows what he's talking about. But you know there's a gaffe right around the corner, waiting. Right now, those gaffes are sitting there like, everybody back up, back up, back up. Okay, not yet, not yet. Okay, in a minute. Okay, here we go. Here you go. Ready, ready, ready. So now the gaffes are about to jump Joe. You know what's going to happen. The gaffes are about to jump him.
4 more years. Pause.
4 more years.
Wait a minute. Maybe he didn't finish his statement. Maybe he was going into another, sentence right there. 4 more years. Pause. No, he was reading. That's what was going on right there. He was reading off the teleprompter, and he didn't realize you're not supposed to read the pause. That's what just took place right there. And yet you got Michael Douglas talking about that. He's as sharp as a tack. That's from what I heard, that he's fine. But yet he's like 4. Now, here's the crazy part about it. You can't get more obvious when it comes down to Joe that everything he does is scripted, because he always got that constipation look, trying to figure out what he's reading. 4 more years. Pause. So you know he was reading it. So here he goes right into it. And guess what? The audience starts going off talking about some 4 more years. So you know what that means, right? That audience is also in on it. That's what that means. They're like, oh, shoot, he jumped the shark. He wasn't supposed to say 4 more years. We were supposed to say that. But he read it in the teleprompter. He read our lines. So now the audience is like, oh, crap. All right, let's just go. So the audience had to come out and start to chant while he's still confused. What? 4 more years? Am I supposed to pause? Well, who's doing the pausing? Well, why'd you put it in the teleprompter if you didn't want me to read it? Okay, so now let's go ahead and break this down. Hopefully Michael Douglas has seen this clip right here, because that man doesn't seem as sharp as a tack to me. Look at him. Yeah, screw that up.
Wait a minute.
4 more years. Pause.
4 more years. 4 more years.
For the last time, anything you put on that prompter,
Oh, you
he
already
will
know.
read.
4 more years.
Pause. Man, somebody go get a cane. I want somebody to go get me a big fat cane so I can go ahead and you see it come right out the side, right around Joe's neck and snatch him off the stage. 4 more years. Pause. Now, if he can't get that right in the teleprompter, how do you think he's going to get negotiations right when it comes down to world leaders? That man is not negotiating anything. That's why he never stops and takes impromptu questions. Yeah, see, he always got somebody on his back looking at him like, don't you even stop, Joe. Don't you even. Y'all remember that Easter Bunny? You remember he got jumped by the Easter Bunny when he tried to stop and mingle with the common folks? Easter Bunny was like, come here, come here, come here. Don't make me put this basket upside your head, Joe. You want an egg up the butt? Don't make me shove this egg up your butt. Now get on over there. Go and get. Easter Bunny had to send this man off somewhere. So now everything's scripted, including the people chanting 4 more years. So now they're trying to get the Trump effect by, faking it. They're going to fake it till they make it. See, Trump doesn't have to get back out there and say, all right, there's a sign that says 4 more years. I want you all to start saying, make America great again. I want you all to start saying, USA right here on cue. Trump doesn't have to do that. It's organic. He has a rapport with the people. But Democrats as a whole, everything is calculated, everything is scripted, and it's not organic. So now he gets busted talking about some 4 more years. Pause. What a dummy.
Women are not without electoral or political power.
So this ain't the first time?
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote.
End of quote.
Repeat the line.
That's classic. End of quote. Repeat the line. Wow. I'm telling you, if I was the teleprompter guy, I'd be all over it. I'd be putting all kind of stuff in there. All kind of stuff in there. You know what? My butt's been wiped. Oh, wait, I said that once before and somebody put it back in the teleprompter. Well, it has been. Yeah, so this guy right here gets out there and he reads everything, including the stuff in parentheses. And yet Michael Douglas had the nerve to come out talking about that they're telling me he's sharp as a tack and he's fine. Now, here's the scary part about this. There is a large population of Americans, unfortunately, that never see this stuff. I'm amazed at it. I don't even know how you can get through 3 years with everything going the way it's going without asking the source of it. Nobody stopped to go, wait a minute, let me follow these gas prices, see where this is coming from. Well, you know what, let me follow this inflation and see where this is coming from. Nobody stops to go and look and see where all of this carnage is coming from. And if you do that, you'll find this guy behind it in his administration. And at that point, you probably will start to observe the fact that we got a Muppet in the White House. That guy's not making any choices, talking about some 4 more years. Pause. You think he's making choices? So somebody underneath him or above him is wrecking the country. And yet you got folks out there that's scratching their head. Man, I didn't know Joe was that bad. How could you not? Where you been the last 3 years? But the media does an amazing job hiding this stuff from people. I told y'all, when Joe was installed, I had a good friend that I showed a montage of all of his gaffes. And my boy was like, dang, I didn't know it was that bad. I'm like, where you been? Oh, okay. So Google, YouTube, all of that. They make sure this stuff don't pop up on your feed. Because anybody who sees this stuff and voted for him should be embarrassed. I know I would. So it's my job to shame them. Shame them back into common sense. So I play these clips so they can watch them and say, wow, I voted for that guy? Oh, man. Whew. I got caught slipping on that. Don't tell nobody. No, I'm telling everybody if you don't repent. Now let's continue evaluating this because we don't want Michael Douglas to be out there confused and ignorant about Joe's condition. Look at him. Look at that man of confidence. He's sharp as a tack. What? Where? Right here? No, I'm going to jump.
Mr. President.
He's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
Are ready to choose unity over division, dignity over hate,
Okay.
truth over lies. Are you ready to choose freedom over democracy?
Freedom over democracy? Are you ready to choose freedom over democracy? Slow it down, Joe. We know you can't be going a little too fast because the brain is way behind. Right now, the brain's just coming around the corner. And his mouth is all the way down the street, but the brain is like, hold up, we're coming. All right, did everybody pack sandwiches? Okay, this is going to be a long trip. All right, they use the bathroom. Everybody use the bathroom. Okay, where's Joe's mouth? It's up the street. Who let the mouth out? Now, the brain got to try to catch up with the mouth. And it can't do it. So there he goes with the freedom over democracy.
He's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
So, whether you love me or hate me, you gotta vote for me.
Tell him, Trump, can't deny me. Why would you want to? You need me. I'm a hustler, baby. So, if you got common sense, and if you care about your well-being and your financial stability, yeah, hate him all you want. But you better vote for the policies that this man's bringing in. Don't be talking about somewhere, you know what, I want to feel good at night when I lay down broke. You know, when I go to sleep at night and I got fumes in my gas tank and we're eating puffer rice and Spam. Yeah, at least I know I didn't vote for the white nationalists. You can be that person if you want to. But if I run across you after you done witnessed 4 years of this garbage and you tell me you ran it back, I'm going to let you have it. I'm going to take you straight back to the playground. Like when we was kids. Hey, everybody, come here. Hey, guess what? This person right here voted for Joe Biden twice. So let's continue.
You know, you had my back in 2020.
What?
And because of you, I'm standing here as President of the United States of America.
No, Joe. No. You know what it's because of? When you was on a campaign trail in your basement and you had that Freudian slip talking about we put together the most comprehensive voter fraud program. Yeah, that's what helped you out, Joe. We talking about you had my back. So you're telling me 81 million people had that crooked, stinking Mr. Burns back? Nobody had that back. Yeah, except for the intel community and a whole bunch of raggedy poll workers. So in the media, yeah, let's continue though, because I'm sure a gaffe is right around the corner.
Because of you. That's a fact. Because of you, in 2024, we're going to make Donald Trump.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Boy, now if you're going to demonize your opponent, get his name right. Donald Trump. Clump. The Donald Slump. Mump. The Donald. So now here we go, y'all. You would think he would know it as many as times as you hear him say, Trump did the Trump, the MAGA, ultra MAGA, Trump. You would think he would get it right by now, but no. So here we go again.
A loser again. And built by the building trades. Remember when President Trump promised this?
He's as sharp as a tack.
Sharp as a tack.
That boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball.
Thank you, Foghorn. Thank you, Foghorn. Foghorn sees it. That boy's about as sharp as a bowling ball. I say. That boy's got a mouth like a cannon and always shooting it off. Yeah, So now, if you see Michael Douglas out somewhere, please send him my live stream. Say you might want to watch this before you get on CNN and start ripping off stupid statements like what you just said.
Later.
Since the 1930s,
Okay, 1930s.
the law has said when the federal government spends taxpayers' dollars on a project, it can only buy American products to do it and use American workers to get it done.
Oh, that's what it says?
That's Buy America. Donald Trump failed to uphold that.
What?
A bullshit.
Thank you, little one.
Bullshit.
Thank you. I'll allow it. Normally, I don't encourage little kids like that to have a potty mouth. But in this case, I'll allow it. That was 100% bullshit. Donald Trump. Now, it must be great to be a Democrat, to be able to come out and just lie straight through your teeth, get out there and make up words, say stuff that nobody could understand, and nobody even checks you. That is why this guy is still out there on the campaign trail. If the fake news did their job and they showed all of this crap, that guy would have never made it out the starting blocks. Remember Malcolm the X said that the media can make you love who you hate and hate who you love. This guy was down in the bottom of the barrel when he started off in his presidential campaign. And out of nowhere, he skyrockets to the leading candidate for the Democrat Party. How'd that happen? The media was cracking on this dude, talking about how he hugs and sniffs people, always caressing children. They got up there and they laughed about him when he was talking about, I got blonde hair and the kids like to rub on my legs and my hair stands up and I like kids sitting on my lap and all of that. They were letting him have it. And then when the machine came in and said, you know what? We need the Muppet. Somebody go get us the Muppet and put him in office. Immediately, they came out and told all of the bubbleheads out there in America that now you need to go ahead and support this creep. The guy who ain't never done nothing right. Yeah, the guy who was on video talking about, you know what, Robert Byrd was a great mentor of mine. All of that. This guy talking about some, you know, I don't want my kids growing up in a racial jungle. So now any other person that would have said any of that would have succumbed to the violent verbal attacks from the left about this man's a forever bigot. He's a racist. Look at his history. Look at the things he said. But they just swept all that under the rug. And folks just, I know he might have said it, but he's not as bad as Trump. And this guy straight came out and said, if you ain't black, if you ain't voting for me, you ain't black. And black people, unfortunately, just overlooked it. So what, man? Trump's a white nationalist. Did you know that? They told me to say that Trump was a white nationalist. Yeah, you didn't get that memo? Because you're not a sheep? Oh, okay. So it's just me? So let's continue, though, because Michael Douglas is on the loose, spreading all kind of rumors.
Buy America. Donald Trump failed to uphold that.
Donald Trump. Boy, I tell you, you need a whole dictionary of Joe Biden just to understand what this man is talking about. Go get me the Joe Biden dictionary, please. I can't understand this man. So Donald Trump
failed to uphold that. Donald Trump.
That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name. That's not my name.
Besides, I used to drive an 18-wheeler.
Oh my God. Yeah, I used to drive an 18-wheeler. You didn't know that? Anything you can do, Joe can do better. Anything you can do, I can do. Yeah, this guy right there done it all. Did Michael Douglas hear that? Yeah, he used to be black, not blacker than me. That's for sure. You know, I was a black person at one point. I grew up in the black church. That's when I was black. Growing up in the black church. But then all of a sudden, you know, when I got into politics, I turned white again. And that man's a habitual liar. Habitual. About stuff you can go, you do realize I could look that up, right? You understand that? Yeah. But he don't care because the media doesn't care.
4 more years. Oh.
Look at that. Boy, I tell you. I bet you it's like 8 people off to the side with signs up like, stop, go back. Yeah, I want to see what would happen if you leave him up to his own devices. Would he just jump off the stage? Or would he just stand on the stage until somebody comes to get him? He's standing up there with his arms out like this. The maintenance men cleaning up. You're still here? Yeah, I thought somebody came up and got you by now. That's how lost this dude is. And Michael Douglas is out there making me question his intelligence by making a statement like that.
He's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
Look at these numbers. Trump advantages on all of these traits.
And I stop here because competent and effective, that was President Biden's, the crux of his campaign pitch back in 2020.
About. And we actually polled this question in 2020, and it was basically the exact opposite. It was Biden with about a 10-point advantage over Trump, and it was the same with handling a crisis. Biden had the edge over Trump, and how about this? It's the former president, the current president. We don't really see matchups like this. Well, now we can measure it. Who has the strong record as president? And again, Trump outpacing Biden on that front. And
wow. So Trump done jiu-jitsu Biden, flipped those numbers upside down. Now, here's the crazy part. For these numbers to reflect this, This must mean there is a overwhelming amount of support for Donald Trump, because all of these poll, agencies or whatever, they probably would be more, leaning to the left. So it's probably like, dude, we trying to help y'all, but we ain't got enough people. I mean, everybody, we don't want to straight come out and be like, all right, we polled 1,000 people and 999 of them said that Trump was a little bit, we can't overcome that. And I got a gut feeling it's going to be the same thing in November when it comes down to the votes. Yeah, it might be beyond the margin of cheating, not error, cheating. And that's why they're doing all the stuff we see them doing to stop Trump right about now, which Trump also is about to do a little jiujitsu on him at the end of the video. And you got to stay tuned to see it. So let's go ahead and finish listening to these wonderful polls that is music to my ears.
Again, you got to mention this one too. Necessary mental and physical health. We asked this 4 years ago. It was a wash. It's now a clear liability for Joe Biden. So these are all troubling numbers for Biden.
I agree. Second Lieutenant.
Oh, here go Black Gate Drop, y'all. Black Gate Drop is back. Okay, here she goes. Peter. I know she hates calling on Peter. Peter being their first one in class. Ooh. Is there anyone else have a question? No. Okay. Peter? So go ahead, Peter. Ask Black Gay Drop the question.
Ambrose J. Finnegan was a war hero, but the Pentagon says, for unknown reasons, the plane was forced to ditch in the ocean. Both engines failed at low altitude. Wow. Why is President Biden saying he was shot down? There's no evidence of that. And why is he saying that his uncle was eaten by cannibals? That's a bad...
Well, Peter, because, he's a habitual liar. And he's out of his mind. You know that. Because I would say it's on top of mind, but he doesn't have one. He doesn't have a mind. So it's not on top of mind, Peter. That's what she needs to say. Yeah, but instead she's going to come out and lie about it and further prove that Joe Biden is not as sharp as a tack.
Way to go.
And neither is she.
He lost his life. It's not, look, I'm not, we should not make jokes about this.
Not.
Wait.
No, what I'm going to make a joke about is that mop sitting on top of your head. That sideshow Bob hair dip right about now. I would mistake you if I was the maintenance man. Grab you by your ankles and start to weeping and mopping. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was a mop. My bad. You shouldn't be hanging out at night like this, Somebody can mistake you for a mop. Dip her head right in the Clorox and go to work. Just continue listening to Mop Top.
Said that his uncle was eaten by cannibals.
I mean, your last line is for a laugh. It's for a funny
calling Joe out. It's true.
And he takes this very seriously. His uncle, who served and protected this country, lost his life serving.
That was interesting because...
So now, y'all see Black Gate Drop try to come out and gaslight us and just straight poll vote over the whole question. She took that poll vote and tried to jump straight over the fact that Joe Biden lied. Now, if I play the rest of that clip, you'll find that she went ahead and tried to wash away a lie with a lie by saying that, like Trump, who called soldiers suckers and losers. So she tried to wash away one lie with another lie. And now my man Charles Payne is about sick of it. And I am too. I am sick and tired of these folks looking us in the face and telling us this is chocolate when we know it's doo-doo. So now Charles Payne is going to just call it out. We're sick of the gaslighting. We all know Joe is blew out. All 4 tires are blew out. He's riding on rims. We see the sparks shooting out of the car, and yet he's it's fine. Tearing up the concrete. Everybody's trying to tell him, hey, buddy, your tires are blew out. Pull over. No, don't worry about it. I'm okay. Go around me. Like we don't see it. So now Charles Payne is about to bring the pain on this lady on, I guess, Outnumbered right here, who's going to go ahead and try to make us think that what we're seeing isn't reality.
I saw someone complaining about Donald Trump exaggerating. There's a big difference between exaggerating and just lying. Maybe it's memory, but it's one after another. And from the Obama administration, I used to have this tape, this DVD with all Biden gaffes. It was amazing.
Yeah, and I bet it took up the whole DVD. All right, let's see. Take it out the package. How How many minutes is this? It's 8 hours. I don't know if I got 8 hours to watch Joe get up here and stink it up. See, you got to bust that mess up into sections. Man, I mean, after this is all said and done, I'm going to try to collect every gaffe this man has ever made, every misquote, every lie, and just put it in a collector's album or something like that. Yeah, but here he is talking about all the gaffes, and watch this shield for the Democrats come out and try to block for Joe.
This next one's going to be like, forget about it. But it is frustrating in the sense that he just does it. The crowd claps. It's never reported on. It's never pounced on. And even not by the mainstream media. No one knows about this unless they watch Fox or a couple other smaller networks.
I was just saying that, Payne. I need Payne to bring it, man. I came to bring the pain hardcore to the brain. Major Payne. Guess you want me to take back some of those hurtful things I said? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, bring the pain. One, don't you feel dumb? Two, look at you. Bring the pain, Payne, because this lady is about to step up to get beat down.
And he's reading this stuff and still getting it wrong. So, forgetting about politics for a moment, do you want your commander-in-chief to be someone who can't even read off an index card?
I don't.
A few lines in front of a small crowd looks like a little community, VF office. It doesn't even. It seems almost surreal. And
it does. I feel like I'm watching a full-blown either movie, and it's got to be comedy. Can't be serious. The movie I'm watching is not serious. I'm like, this is slapstick. Is this slapstick comedy? Because there's surely no president in the world operating like this. This can't be. This is so far-fetched from reality that even viewers would say you're stretching my imagination with this script. I mean, I think of some of the most stupidest, outrageous, over-the-top comedies, and this guy fits right into that. But it's real. That's the scary part. It's real, y'all. We sitting there observing a real life comedy / tragedy / horror. It's unreal. So, yep, here he is in front of his very controlled crowd of about 30 people. You know he speaks probably no more than about 10 or 15 minutes before he runs out of gas and start anywaying himself out of it. Anyway, I'm out of RAM, so I'm just gonna anyway myself out of this. So Charles Payne is pointing it out. He's like, man, this seems like a bad script.
A comedy plot that you would submit to a major network, like, hey, I've got an idea, for a show because it's this president, yada yada. Now they may kick you out of the studio, say that's too fantastical, can never happen.
Now you see the point that he's making, and the crazy part about that is, it's true. If you would have said, like, I worked in the entertainment business years ago. If you would have brought me a script in like that, I'd be, okay, we got Jim Carrey playing the president. Will Ferrell. Oh, so this is straight comedy. I'm reading this, and he said, what, Vatican care? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, wow, let me get this straight. He can't say his opponent's name. He's calling him Trump. And, okay, that's pretty funny. What does true and international depression mean? Oh, that's just a word that he made up, and yeah, and he walks around, he falls up and down steps. Oh, wow, this is hilarious. I mean, but do you think it's believable? I mean, you don't want to stretch the people's imagination too far. Well, no, trust me. People will get a kick out of this. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and run with it and see what happens. And yet we're seeing a real life version of that right now. The stuff that we've observed for the last 3.5, 4 years, this would go right into a script with Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, somebody like that playing the role of the craziest, dumbest, clueless, brain-dead president of all times. All times. So let's go ahead and finish hearing Payne bring the pain.
But it seems almost surreal at this point.
And the people that I've talked to and everybody that I have say he's as sharp as a tack. He's fine. We all have an issue with memories.
Gaslight! Neon light! You hear Michael Douglas trying to gaslight us and himself? I'm thinking, who are you trying to convince, Miguel Douglas? Us or yourself? As he's talking about every everybody has memory loss from time to time, every 3 or 4 seconds? That's my question. Every 3 or 4 seconds? Like I said, it's obvious this man hasn't been watching the footage. He hasn't been watching Kevin from Kevin's Corner, because I open up my show every night highlighting these gaffes because I don't want people to forget. I highlight all of the stupid things he says and does because I don't want this to be written off in history talking about the greatest president we've ever had. Like, what is this, Mark Hamill? Yeah, yesterday talking about President Biden is the greatest president we've ever had. And I'm like, what kind of dumbness? Did you get hit by the dump truck? Not a dump truck, the dump truck. You got all the triple tap by the dump truck. The foop, 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 foop. All 18 wheels ran you over. For you to get out to talking about somebody that President Biden was the greatest president that we've ever had. Wait, what's that noise? The dump truck. So now here this guy's coping, talking about some. Everybody got some memory problems.
As we get older, we forget names. Something. He's overcome a stutter.
Oh God! Once again, my man is prostituting himself. He's out there with that skirt up, put on that red dress, and throw on those high heels. That man's out there talking about some. He's overcome a stutter. I think. Is that true? Can we verify? No? Okay. I'm just going with it anyway because I need to cope. I voted for this guy. So I just can't accept the reality that his brain is broke. So now I'm bringing up stuff like he's overcome a stutter.
In his life, and sometimes he might. But let's just say that his entire cabinet, including his vice president, everybody in his cabinet, would be more than happy to work with him again in the next term.
Yeah, of course they would. Why? Because they're running the country right now anyway. They probably got free reign. Don't worry about Joe. He's fine. We put him in a chair, gave him some chocolate chip, and a couple kids to sniff, and he'll be tied up for hours. Now let's go ahead and finish destroying the country while he's spinning around in his chair.
I cannot say that about the other candidate running because nobody in his cabinet from 2016 wants to be involved with him.
Good, because a lot of them was raggedy. That was Trump's first round, and he had to trust a lot of people in regards to some of his cabinet picks. I don't want those Renaults back in there. I don't want those undercover saboteurs working in the White House when Trump get back in. I don't want another Mike Pence. Yeah, he didn't need to get one fly land on that big old white snow hair of his. I wish all of the flies would have landed on him. I wish he'd have been walking around looking like he had black hair completely. That's how many flies should have landed on that man's head. So now, let's continue because we're back to Charles Payne. Here comes something stupid. Y'all ready? Yeah, I smell stupidity in the air.
Well, the first thing, when you said there's difference between exaggeration and a lie, I just had to say, I won the election, it was rigged. Those are some lies, and I could go on.
God. Here it is. Always got one dumb dim on the show. Their job is to be as dumb as they have to be to protect the hive. They're surrendering all of their common sense over to the hive. They're like, I'm not an independent thinker. They told me to come out here and say the dumbest thing for the hive. I don't care if I look stupid and you're not going to respect me as a professional if I can't see the obvious. So now she tries to bring up Trump and they're talking about lies. And now, if Trump's lying about the election results, then I guess I am too. And millions of others who believe that this election was fraudulent or that election was fraudulent, I guess we're all lying. She's able to get into our hearts and determine that we don't really believe that Trump won and they cheated. No, we're just all lying about it. Now, I know a group of people who do that all the time, Democrats. Remember when Trump won and they were out there on the Capitol floor talking about, I'm here to not certify this election on behalf that people are terrified. There you go. Those are reasons not to certify the election. People are terrified. Okay. So us watching folks swipe ballots in the middle of the night when everybody should have been gone. Yeah. Us watching them board up windows so nobody can observe them counting ballots. Yeah. Us going to sleep at night and Trump winning, wake up in the morning and he's losing. We all believe that these folks stole that election. So therefore, that's not a lie. Trump is not going all the way out on a limb just because he don't know how to take a loss. Yeah, I don't know how to take I ain't never lost, so now I'm going to go out and just start saying I really won, even though I know I lost. That man 100% believes he was cheated, and so do I. But here she is going to call it a lie.
On and on. Look, from my perspective, whenever Joe Biden messes up a word, I hear about it across the board.
Well, then you should be hearing about it 24/7. You shouldn't even be able to put your phone down. Joe just did it again. Oh, really? You know what? It's so crazy. Anyway, all right. I'll talk to you later. Hello? I just talked to you. Oh, he did it again? Jeez. What? So just don't hang up? I just need to stay on the line because that's how rapid the gaffes are? She shouldn't be able to hang up the phone because this dude is dropping them like it's hot. When Joe read the teleprompter, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When he just tries to speak, man, drop it like it's hot. He's dropping all kind of gaffes like it's hot. So here she is now when Joe died, messes up her word, trying to downplay it, trying to spread it out and make it seem like it's few far in between. Remember a couple months back, they were trying to say Trump's losing his mind too. Look at all the gaffes Trump makes. There was that one that he messed up. And then there was a couple. See, that lets you know that you're reaching. Because if Trump gaffed like that guy gaffes, they wouldn't have to be talking about that. There was the one thing he had said, and then it would be on the news 24/7. So here she is trying to go ahead and try to compare Trump to Biden. And see, with Biden's lies, the problem with his lies is they're unnecessary lies. These are unforced errors right here. I'm saying, dude, you didn't even have to lie about that. That was an unnecessary lie. Yeah, yo, dude, how'd you get here, man? I rode in on a llama. What? Yeah, man, it's a llama outside. I rode in on it. It's an unnecessary lie, man. You do know that. I can go outside. No, bro, you ain't got to go look. I'm for serious, man. The llama's out there. Lie about something serious. This guy's out there talking about, you know what? I drove an 18-wheeler. Things like that. I used to drive a choo-choo train. And I worked in the civil rights movement. And then my son, Bo. Now, this is serious. When you are that compromised, where you're making up stories about where your son died at and how he died. My son, Bo, died and things like that. And here she is trying to compare denying or believing the election was stolen to Biden's complete, obvious, malicious lies.
I don't hear the same with former President Trump. This morning I did.
Because Trump doesn't come out and purposefully lie. I mean, even if it sounds exaggerated, to come straight out and just come out of nowhere, reach up in the ether and pull down something like my Uncle Bo Finnegan was eaten by cannibals. Where did that come from? Joe, we just wanted you to go out and say your uncle died in the war so we can go ahead and attack Trump and make it seem like Trump disrespected the military. That's all we wanted. And somehow pygmies, or not pygmies rather, but Eugenians, cannibals come into the story. Now all of a sudden, Bozy is flying the airplane. He gets shot down. He's eaten by a cannibal fish, I guess, because they landed in the ocean. Unreal. And here she is trying to cope. So Payne is about to bring the pain.
Well, he's under gag order right now. You're probably not going to hear much.
This morning I did an interview, and I full confession, and I said the people of Pakistan. I didn't say the Palestinian territory supporters, of Pakistan, not Palestine. Now, in my defense, I had not finised my first cup of coffee, but at the same time, am I demented?
They let her have it. They letting her have it. See, this is where common sense trumps all of that nonsense. So now here she is belittling all of our intelligence, just like the fake news have been doing forever. And that is why they despise conservatives. And they sure enough don't like black conservatives. Oh, yeah. Because see, we sniff a whole bunch of stuff out. Yeah, we sniff out the fact that these people been using black folks as an excuse to push a liberal globalist agenda and to try to cheat with this whole narrative of black people can't get IDs and never check with us. But yet you got a lot of black people who ain't able to sniff that out, still thinking that, but can't produce one black person that came up to him and said, man, I would have voted, but I don't know how to get no ID. Not recognizing that they are using the racism of low expectations so they can springboard off of the backs of blacks and get their precious illegal immigrants to vote. And I'm going, you don't see you're being used by you don't see that, do you? Okay. And if I tell you, then I'm a sellout. That's what I am. If I bring that to your attention, I'm the bad guy, okay? Okay, so take a good look at that bad guy, okay? It's the last time you're going to see a bad guy like this. So now, they all are jumping her verbally because they know what she just said is stupid.
It always offends me when people talk to me and us like we're dumb. What you make is such a dumb example. We know what we're not. We're not talking about you or me or her, anyone making an occasional
I don't
gaffe.
think you're dumb.
We're talking about gaff after gaff after gaff. No, you're not dumb. You're insulting. Gaff after gaff after gaff after gaff after gaff.
Again and again
Tell him, Pete.
and again and again. It's like you're unraveling a big cable knit sweater that someone keeps knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting.
That's exactly like it is. So all of this stuff we've been watching, and here she is trying to downplay it to just a couple gaffes here and there. I mean, everybody makes mistakes. I mean, look, I just made one earlier today. Look at that. What, 100? Because that's how many you would have to make to equal what Joe is doing. So you're going to get up here and try to seriously bring the discussion and argument that Joe isn't mentally compromised and making these comparisons and want us to suspend reality, suspend all of our common sense and say, well, yeah, maybe it is a stuttering problem. Like Michael Douglas here, who's delusional.
Sharp as a tack. He's fine.
No, but it's not just words. Rafa and Haifa. Imagine him on the phone with a foreign leader, and he confuses Rafa and Haifa.
It's every day. It's every day.
It's every day.
That's a slip of the tongue. It is not just a slip of the tongue. He does it each and every speech. This is why, Leslie, each and every poll shows the American voters, a majority do not think he has the mental acuity. Even Democratic voters show this. So to act like this is a one-off, and he's the same as Donald Trump.
I never said it was a one-off.
Yeah, she's trying to save face now. Her credibility, her common sense. And when I hear people defend stuff like this, I don't care how smart I once thought you was. Now all of a sudden I'm going, man, I got to question every bit of common sense. Maybe I misinterpreted you. I mean, I thought you were smart, but you telling me you ain't able to see what I'm seeing? You're not able to see this guy? Don't know how to get off the stage? You don't see that? So now I got to always look at you and go, if I need to rely on somebody that got some common sense, maybe I might have to skip. You know what? We're going to get together and have surface talk. Yeah, we don't need to talk about deep concepts. We're going to get together and throw the Nerf football around. And, we don't want to get deep. Because I'll tell you right now, you frustrate me. You're sitting there like, okay, again, let me explain. You got Joe. What the? Oh, man. You got to be kidding me. So I'm live streaming on another platform over here, and it said that I violated some type of election civil something majigger. So I guess I got to be nicer and stuff. But I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and continue. So, yeah, I would be like, wait a minute, man. I gotta now just handle you like a kid, man, because I can't talk to you about deep stuff, especially when I'm showing you everything. Like, dude, you do see this, right? I'm not making it up. I can show you the videos. So let's continue.
What I'm saying is I think it's normal for people to make gaffes. I use notes when I give speeches.
Okay.
I'm not running for president.
Look at him. Oh, God, come on. You know what?
You do a radio show for hours.
Oh.
It's rare for you to mix things up. And I would hope that would be the case because you're good at what you do and your mind is sharp. I'm not so certain that he's good at what he does.
And he's not. He sucks at what he does. He is the best at being the worst POTUS ever. That's what he is. So thank you, Harris. Now, I do this off the top of my dome. Anybody who's subscribed to my YouTube channel or watch me on Rumble, you know my style. I just put these clips together and I turn them on and I say, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, don't let go of my hand. Have to hit you with the mic. Yeah. And every once in a while, like last night, I confused Title 41 with Title 42, things like that. But I'm talking for hours and I'm freestyling and I'm inserting comedy and I'm drawing from the past memories and I'm using all kind of pop culture references and all of that. I'm doing all of that. Joe is coming out reading a teleprompter and probably for about 10 minutes and he can't get through that. And there you got Leslie over there talking about some everybody just makes this mistake every once in a while. And then Michael Douglas talking about well, he had a stuttering problem and everybody got memory issues.
He's as sharp as a tack. He's fine.
There's a little article written, you get your connection to it. It's called, it's about what's happening with the Snickers bar.
Snickers bar.
Snickers bars, you know that candy? Yeah. Well, they haven't raised the price of a Snicker bar. They just took 10% of it out.
Wow.
It should be built.
Y'all hear that? That's the deep stuff Joe's talking about on the campaign trail. Snicker bars. And them taking 10% out of the Snickers bar. Yeah, there you go. That'll go ahead and get your goat going. What? Now I got to look at every Snickers bar purchase. So, honey, go get the scale. All right, let's put it on the scale there. Does that reach 7 ounces? They shorten me. They shorten me. Forget the gas prices. Forget inflation. Forget all of that. Snickers bars. It's the heavy hitting topics that the Democrats are talking about. Look, you don't know how to deal with adversity. Yeah. What? See what? Don't stop. Get it. I'm sorry. Oh, look at that. Look at that sharp guy. I can't talk. I'm concentrating on walking. There you go. Come on, Joey. You can do this. Right, left. Right, left. Yeah, stop talking to me. You're going to break my concentration and make me fall on my face. You see that guy? Very carefully and cautiously walking across the grass. Scared for his life. I don't want to die in this grass. I could fall and break my hips. Both of them. Unreal. Look at him. Man, he looks like Chevy Chase in National Lampoon's Vacation when he was walking through that desert and walked into that gas station. His back was tight. He was focused, walked right past his family, didn't even recognize they were there. That's how Joe looks. He's walking just like that. They're up here trying to talk to him and he's just unreal, man. But he's as sharp as a tack. Here he goes.
He's as sharp as a tack. He's fine. Here's the thing on this issue.
Uh-oh. And then we got another bowling ball. So now we got the very rounded tack. I guess they make tacks differently now. They make them in circles because that's what Joe is. And right behind him, just in case that tack doesn't work, look at this one. Look at this one. Yeah. Yeah, she's duller than he is.
We all know that our immigration system is broken.
Oh, we do?
It has been for a long time.
Oh, same talking points. We all know the immigration system. I can almost run these down for these people. When they come out and they address immigration that they're responsible for breaking and destroying, I probably could just beat them to, let me guess. We all know the immigration system has been broken for years. Congress needs to act. The Republicans are responsible for not giving you a bill that gives you guys every single thing y'all want in regards to bringing more illegal immigrants here and giving them all amnesties so you can convert them into voters and cheap labor. That's what your excuse is going to be. climate change.
On day one, right after our inauguration, when President...
On day one, right after our inauguration, our raggedy president went in and got rid of all of Donald Trump's executive orders that had that border down to 500 crossings a day. That's what she should be saying, border czar. But you think the border czar is going to come out and drop that type of info? Nope. She's going to go ahead and misplace the blame.
Biden and I came in, first bill we offered was to clean up the immigration system and create a pathway for citizenship.
How? Well, no. See, that's where you're going wrong. Toots. That's where you're going wrong, Toots. So now you're talking about pathways to citizenship. I don't want that. See, yeah, you should have came in and said, okay, so we got 500 crossing a day. Let's get that down to 5. And eventually let's get it down to 0. Okay. And let's send the message that, yo, man, you're not going to get citizenship. You're not going to come over and get no amnesty talking about that here for climate change. And the mucus secretary, Mayorkas, we call him mucus. He told us to come to the border, and then we were watching the television, and we saw Joe Biden. He told us to search that border, so we're here. Tell Joe Biden we're waiting for him. Yeah, that's what happened. As she's sitting back making excuses. But the video footage don't lie. But the Democrats are kings and queens of gaslight.
Not taking it up because sadly there are a lot of members of the Republican Party who elected members of the Republican Party who would prefer to run on the problem instead of fixing the problem.
Wow.
We're offering solutions,
like what?
Including offering that and asking for $14 billion to put at the...
To do what? $14 billion what? To build a wall that the Border Patrol have been asking for themselves? Not just Trump. Border Patrol wanted that wall. But I'm sure Kamala Harris understands border security more than they do. I'm sure she's able to sit back and say, that border wall won't work. It's racist, by the way. Except when it comes down to my house and protecting me and my family. They're not racist. But nonetheless, here she's talking about we wanted $14 billion to do what? Process more of them. Get them in here quickly. Make sure you fly them all around. Give them Vatican care like Joe was talking about. Hey, Vatican care and community college. Cell phones. Let them stay in hotels. Giving them food cards. Things like that. That's what the 14 bill is for.
Border to address some of these problems. If there was a real desire to fix it, the solutions are at hand.
Yeah, they are at hand. If you guys really wanted to fix it, all of your policies wouldn't be designed to break it. You're double speaking right about now, chameleon. That's why I call you chameleon. See? Yeah, you're changing colors all over the place. You're trying to get me to believe that, but if they were serious about fixing it, and I'm saying, wait a minute, y'all the ones that removed the stay in Mexico and Title 42 and trying to get rid of all the wires that was keeping them, y'all suing Texas and all of that and flying them all over the place in the dead of night on Boeing 747s and stuff like that. It doesn't appear that you guys are trying to stop it, but you're going to misplace the blame. You're going to project all over everybody else except for yourself. As we see the footage right now.
Because sadly, there are a lot of members of the Republican Party.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Boy, I tell you, man, that right there would be torture. The toughest guy would break. You tie a man up in a room and let her go to work. You're going to put leeches on me. I'll take the leeches. Go ahead, just pull the teeth. No, okay, I don't need none. Get her out of here. All right, fine, man, I'll talk. All right, the code is... Boy, she's disgusting. But hey, wait a minute. See, remember, guys, he's the sharpest as he's walking around with that bike helmet on. He should have that on 24/7. 24/7.
April alone, Mr. President, 170,000 people, migrants, apprehended at the border. It's a 20-year record. That sounds to most folks like a crisis.
That's good, right? I'm breaking records. It's good, right? No, what? That's a bad record? Oh, wait. Okay, then no, that's not good.
Oh, look, it's way down now. We've now gotten control.
More lies. More lies. It's just straight up. It's way down now. We've gotten more control. It's the best I can give you. I'm just going to say it and not show you. The guy who didn't go down to that border until Trump went, anything Trump can do, I can do later. I can do anything later than Trump. So Trump goes to the border, and what does he do? Go to the border. Trump goes to East Palestine. What does he do? Go to East Palestine. Trump goes into a restaurant, mingles with the people, and buying milkshakes. What does Joe do? Put together a fake stage interaction at Sheets that we found out was all fiction, like his whole presidency. Let's continue. Oh, look at that.
Things are going at the border, sir.
Much better than you all expected.
Just straight gaslighting people. Much better than you all expected. No, it's not going better than we all expected. When you were installed, immediately, I knew that the border was going to be destroyed. You know why I knew that? Y'all want to know? He gave us a clue. If I was in office, I'd tell him to search the border. That was my clue. There it is. That was my clue. We're not going to arrest them. We're not separating kids, and we're not going to send them back, and they all have the right to be heard. That was my clue. And here he's talking about it's better than you all thought. No, it's not. It's exactly what I thought it would be. In fact, you superseded my expectations. No. Would you call what's going on a southern border a crisis? No. I'm here to say the opposite of truth. So now what do? With this issue that is one of the number one issues coming into November? Send out John Kirby / Kermit the Frog. Y'all ready for Kermit the Frog?
It's the president's plan. This is happening just weeks
what's his
after
plan,
300,000 people came to this country over the southern border.
How many? Wait a minute. How many? How many, Peter?
300,000 people came to...
Hold on. Say that again.
Much better than you all expected.
I want to hear that again, Pete.
What is the president's plan? This is happening just weeks after 300,000 people came to this country over the southern border.
Please come in, Mr. Frog.
Send in the
That'll
frog.
be $100.
But I haven't said anything yet.
Yes, you did, just now.
Illegally. The razor wire officials down there think was keeping some of them out. And you guys just sued and won to remove it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like the behavior of an administration that's trying to stop this mess. So wait, Texas is trying to keep them out, but you guys go and sue to stop Texas from keeping them out, but yet blaming Republicans. There you go. You should be doing every single thing you can to discourage and keep every one of these illegal immigrants from coming here. But no, y'all got advocates down there coaching them, signing them up like they're travel agents. All right, now you're going to be able to see New York. You like New York? You ever seen the Statue of Liberty? It's great. You're going to love it. Okay, now we're going to put you up in this hotel right here. You got babies, right? You got kids? Okay, good. We're going to make sure you have plenty of baby food. And here's we're going to give you a stipend. All of that. So now let's hear Kermit the Frog lie straight out of that big old snuffacus he got right there.
On behalf of the Border Patrol, who needed to have better access.
Border Patrol needed to have the access. There you go. Some more misplaced blame. So now you're going to throw it on Border Patrol. The same Border Patrol that was like, yeah, we need a wall. The same Border Patrol that you guys have tied up processing hundreds and thousands of folks a week and tell them that they have 72 hours to process these people. You think they're interested in vetting these people when they got to get them processed in 72 hours? Now, what they're doing right now is okay. Come on, step up. Just put your finger right there. Well, just give us a name. Give us a name. You know, give us whatever. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Hold on. Let's see. I got something going on here. There we go. Wait. There we go. What? What the? What? Hold on, we got some technical difficulties going on here. Okay, let's see. This right here goes there. How does this work? Jeez, that was a pain in the butt. Yeah, I'm trying something new out, and they got me verifying stuff in the middle of my chat. Yeah, broke my rhythm, broke my stride. I was out there coming around. Actually, you know, calling my name. I'm like, wait, you distracted me. I'm in stride. So anyway, sorry about that. Now, getting back to what I was saying about Kirby here, which now I forgot because my stride got broke. I'm sure he'll remind me. Here we go. Let's see.
On behalf of the Border Patrol, who needed to have better access.
Oh yeah, the Border Patrol. I needed to have better access to what? To what? That's my question. Better access to what? All of those people that shouldn't even be walking across the creek and the rivers and stuff to come in here, because that doesn't look like folks is coming with good intentions when you're sneaking across rivers to come into our country. That doesn't look like a peaceful, gentle woodland creature that's coming for a better life. That doesn't look like just an undocumented citizen. That looks like an illegal immigrant. Yeah, just trying to sneak into the crib. But he's talking about that they needed more access. Did the Border Patrol say that? Or did you say that?
To it. Look, let me go back to your other question. And I know I'm running short on time, so I won't filibuster here.
No, you're not running short on time. You want to get out of that conundrum right there. You want to go ahead and circumvent having to lie right to the American people and try to gaslight us and make us believe, no, you know what, we're doing everything we can, Peter. And I had to run, but I'm going to go ahead and just tell you something, try to get you off my back.
What's the plan?
Nothing.
Please look at the stuff we've put forward. The immigration reform.
I am looking at that.
Legislation that the president put forward on day one.
Yeah,
the work we're doing in the region. Just last week, we had Mexican officials here to talk about how together we have and will continue to try to stem the flow of migrants. You mentioned.
Please, please. Mucus was probably now, okay, listen up, Mexican president. To make sure you do not stop any of these illegal immigrants coming from all of these other countries to our border. Don't worry, Mucus. Make sure you just keep the funding coming. We'll make sure the cartel supplies you with fresh legal immigrants undocumented citizens. We know how you do it, Mucus. We know how you do it. All right, come on, stop. You guys are too much. Anyway, we'll see you on the border with another 3 or 4 million illegal immigrants. That's what happened in that meeting. Because you're telling me Mexico is that incompetent where they can't stop hundreds of thousands of people walking through their country? What kind of country are you when you're sitting there going, wait a minute, did y'all just see a caravan walk all the way through our country to the next country's border? You're not a sovereign country if you can't stop that. Jeez. But here he is trying to make us believe it.
The numbers. No question there's a lot of people trying to make that journey, but it's not just to the United States.
Here we go,
it's to other
talking
countries
points.
in the world. And
it's everybody. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it, says Kermit the Frog. Yeah. Do you know that? They're having an immigration party. Yeah, it's a migration party. They do it once a year. Yeah, it's just like, the wildebeest. It's something like that. They're all coming. Yeah, but they just seem to all be coming to our border this time.
In the region, we're seeing historic movement. Not since World War II. We hear people on the move.
Same talking point.
And the Mexicans are really stepping up and trying to do more on their southern border.
Yeah, trying to help get us more illegal immigrants. There you go. That's what they're doing. Trump made sure they did more on their border. When they was talking about Mr. Trump, you're talking crazy. We're not going to give you those 30,000 troops. No, man. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah? Okay, well, how about this? We're going to go ahead and tariff the heck out of you. Huh? How about that? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. Let me talk to the presidente. Okay. Mr. President, we're going to send those 30,000 troops down. That got results. And this fool's up here. We just talked to the Mexican president the other day.
To keep that flow going north lower. And we have seen in recent weeks some success at that. The idea that we don't have a plan or a strategy or we're not taking this seriously is just not borne out by the facts. And, again, if the the folks on the House Republican side are serious about border security, and they claim they are, then they should act on the supplemental request and, let's negotiate this in good faith. The president has said.
Democrats do not negotiate in good faith. There's no reason to come to the table to these bums about border security. They want an open border. Why do you think it's broke? They came in with this in mind. Why do you think they didn't impeach Mucus? Because Mucus is doing his job. That's what they brought him in to do. You cannot impeach a person, especially if you got the majority in the Senate, for doing what you all told him to do. And yet, here this fool is out here right there. If the Republicans would just help us out by giving us more money to bring more of them in quicker, then, and help them get pathways of citizenship so we can make them citizens to vote for us, then, then it could be solved. Nothing about their bill addressed stopping it. Well, you know what? Your house is flooding, so we need more money for buckets. Well, wait a minute. The buckets, why don't you focus on like the source? No. We figure if we just have more buckets and more towels to dab it, we'll finally go ahead and stop the leak. But the leak is right there. You can see it coming, and maybe you should plug that up. No, trust me. The money should go towards buckets. And I'm sitting there going, y'all are lying straight to our face. And some people do not even know it. Some people are completely oblivious. And then some people will hear them and believe that this makes sense.
And he's willing to make compromises. He's willing to negotiate in good faith. So let's have that discussion.
Yeah, no, let's have this discussion. Kermit the Frog, now you hop your butt on out of here. Let's go ahead and end with this. Look what Trump did. Another jiu-jitsu move. So now they got him tied up on some trumped up charges. Got him jammed up in New York. So Trump, what does he do in Trumpian fashion? To the streets. What? USA. Look at that. Woo-wee. That's in New York. In New York. Now, he did it a couple days ago. See, I know that Laquifa Big Cankles, fake behind Queen Laquifa, is up there furious watching this. Probably up there plotting on all of those workers out there. All right, let's go ahead and tap their finances. Make sure you do facial recognition on all of them. I want them all prosecuted. Somebody call up Christopher Wray. They're all insurrectionists. Let's go after them, FBI. They're probably up there furious with these people in New York. Now, see, these folks are so dumb. They're going to mess around and end up losing some territories that they would have never lost if they wouldn't have went over the board trying to get Trump. Unreal. Look at that. Woo-wee. Beautiful. We love Trump. We love Trump. What? We love Trump. Who? We love Trump. Now, you know right there, that right there is burning the ears of the left and the fake news. I'm sure, even though we see all kind of speckled colored folks in that crowd right there, I'm sure Joy Reid or somebody's going to come out today. Donald Trump, after being in court all day, the sexual you-know-whatter that he is. On the finance charge and all of this stuff, I'm sure he went out to greet his white nationalist fan base outside in New York. There you go. White nationalists, all these MAGA white nationalists. Oh, wait, don't forget the Christian nationalists. They're going to come up with some story. Because, see, Joe could never pull something like this off. He's too fake and he's too mentally compromised. And nobody likes the Democrats anymore. They just hate Trump. See, so the folks that don't like Trump, they don't like Democrats either. They just been duped into thinking Trump's worse. So let's continue. Let's hear from one
in
of
the
them.
past. We are basically Democrats, all of us. And after what's happened the last 4 years in this country, Democrats are basically pushing everybody to the other side.
Yeah, man, the best way to convert all of these liberals and these Democrats is give them what they want. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. And when you got what you wanted, you didn't like it. Your eyes was bigger than your stomach. I thought we want Joe Biden to come in and set things like it used to be, bring some civility back to the United States and make sure we're popular on the world stage again. That's what we want. Only to find out we're buffoons, we're mocked, laughed at. We got a geriatric patient walking around the White House, fumbling and stumbling all over the place. Inflation's high. I mean, we are looking completely horrific, and that city is now flooded with illegal immigrants. So now, look what's happening, y'all. They're repenting. Bravo, repenting. So let's finish hearing this man.
We're a very patriotic group, and we love our country, and we want the best for America. We are tired of immigration. We're tired of our tax dollars going to immigration. We're tired of the crime. We need to put a handle on things in this country and bring it back to how it should be.
Right on, brother. Welcome. Welcome to the light. Good stuff. Continue doing what you're doing, Democrats. Continue going after Trump with these bogus charges. Continue shoving all these illegal immigrants into these asshole-ran Democrat cities and states and frustrate your people. Chicago is in the same situation. They are disgusted up there. Brandon Johnson / Conehead is getting a business. They're trying to recall that dude. Good. So hopefully they'll remember this in November. You know, sometimes liberals got short-term memories. I know we were mad about something. Anyway, the white nationalists, we got to make sure he doesn't win. Let's vote in another Brandon Johnson.
It's a love fest. I built many buildings with them. They're great people, great contractors and great people. And I have a lot of support. I hear the Teamsters, I've done a lot of work with Teamsters. I built a lot of buildings with the Teamsters, and they like me, a lot of Teamsters here.
Look at all those Trump shirts in the back.
Amazing show of affection, but we did a great job.
Now, I know they hate Trump. He's always light years ahead of them. He's like, oh, okay. Y'all gonna go ahead and jam me up in this stupid mess? Watch what I do. I'm gonna go out on your turf. What are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna go out on your turf and celebrate, throw a party right in your city. And look what happened. All of these folks showed up. Wait a minute. There's no people out there harassing Trump like they do Biden. You don't hear no people out there talking about some East Palestine, and you know what? Free Palestine, none of that. All you hear is USA and we love Trump. Biden can't go nowhere without either hearing free Palestine or F Joe Biden. One of the two.
Important is the union vote. And you're here in New York City, you're talking with these members. Do you think you can maybe change some of their minds if they were lifelong Democrats?
Yeah, because what good is it to have a union if you don't have a job? We're voting for Joe for the pipeline. And he said he's going to look out for the little man in the union. What? The pipeline's been canceled and our jobs are... So we're done? Just like that? So it's no good to have a union if you don't have a job, man. And that's what you'll have if you keep messing around with these communist Democrats.
Vote for you?
I think these maybe were Democrats, but for me, they're a Republican. There's not a Democrat in there. These are people. Look at that building. Look what we can do. We built a lot of great buildings in the city with these people.
Yeah, and Laquifa James wants to take Trump's building because she's a fascist too.
And they've given me great support. They're really amazing. You know what? They're very, very talented people. They don't get the credit for it. They are very few people can do what they do. We used to do 3.
Well, of course they don't get the credit for it. Especially from the Democrats, because they hate Americans. Yeah, they want all of those jobs to go to their new precious illegal immigrants, as they've been running around boasting about the job numbers, and come to find out, most of those went to illegal immigrants. Interesting.
Floors are weak in concrete. And it was guys like this that did it, so it's very amazing. We're very close in New York, I understand, and we're leading in the country by a lot.
Yeah.
Poll just came out a little while ago, as you saw yesterday, that we're up in every swing state and up by a lot.
Wait a minute, where are the gaffes? Where are the gaffes? Did you count them? How many gaffes we done had while he was talking? None? No gaffes? Okay. All right, what about the lies? Any lies in there? No? Okay. So we're good so far? He made it through 2 minutes without gaffing or lying? Unlike Joe?
Every swing state, so I think we're going to do very well, and we're going to make a play for New York. They said, I just heard it was a very good poll, came out.
And if we take back New York, I might go visit y'all. Instead of singing, start spreading the news, dun, 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 I'm leaving today, dun, 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 I've got to get up out of here, New York, New York. I'll be talking about going to New York, maybe, and get rid of Laqueefa James and Fat Albert. You get rid of those two, and I might even visit. Who knows? But we're going to close out here with Trump in Trump fashion.
Normally, a Democrat will win New York. Biden is the worst president in history, and we have some very bad people here, but we have the greatest people, and they're right behind me. And they all want us to run, and we're gonna run very hard in New York.
Yeah.
New York, we have a good chance of winning New York, in my opinion, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it a shot.
Why not? Violating his gag order.
I have no idea. They've taken my constitutional right away with a gag order. That's all it is. It's election interference. This whole thing is election interference.
Whole thing.
So the polls have just come out, and I just got another sample. We're leading every swing state by a lot, and we're leading the nation by a lot. He's the worst president in the history of our country.
Of all times. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and step out on a limb. He's the worst president and leader of all times. I can't think of one worse historical leader than even the crazy kings that were plagued with incest that would wake up and today I think I want to kill 15,000 people. I had a dream last night. Me, King Louis, I want to get rid of the people. Even those folks were better leaders than Joe. Worst of all times, man. The pits.
He makes Jimmy Carter look great. Jimmy Carter is very happy because his presidency was brilliant by comparison.
And nobody knows how to throw mud on dirt like Trump, okay? He's letting him have it. Like, yeah, man, you're worse than Jimmy. Yeah, go ahead. Try to beat that. Try to beat that, Joe. You can't even say my name. What? I'll punch you in the face, but if my arm is too weak, you know what? Just give me some chocolate chip, a couple heads to sniff, and I'll be okay. So there you go, Trump, finishing.
But this is the worst president we've ever had. He's destroying our country. Close the borders. You can do it in one phone call. You can close the borders. Close up the borders, Joe. Our country's going to hell.
Yeah, and that's the whole goal and agenda. That is why they will not close those borders. That's why Joe is running around talking about, we're still looking into whether I don't know if I can do it, but I can make executive orders to forgive student loans and executive orders to roll back all of Trump's policies that were working. I can do all of that, but now I don't know if I can send an executive order to reverse the damage. But at this point, we might as well go ahead and just prepare for the great exodus. Deporting all these people, because the Democrats are not going to do anything to stop this. This was their big diabolical plan. So forget it. Negotiating with the Democrats is useless. Mike Johnson's dumb butt went ahead, gave them what they wanted, and at this point we should just start focusing on the exit strategy. That's it. It's like, okay, man, right now, no need to keep telling these people, come on, man, shut the border down. It's already blew out. God knows how many are over here. Yeah. So right now, on day one, I hope Trump has everything set up to just start sweeping through the cities, collecting everybody. There you go. Come on. Shh. We're taking you home. Give me some Phil Collins, somebody. Take me home. Because I don't remember. Thank you. Yeah. What?
You tell him I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
Ross is back. You gotta love Trump. Oh, I can dig it. Oh, I can dig it. There you go, ladies and gents. So, I enjoyed tonight exposing these Democrats like always. And so, we're going to get out of here for tonight, and I'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock, same time, same place. Be here or be square. Yeah, man, the live is live show on the internet. That's my goal and agenda, to just bring y'all some fresh, informative, yet humorous political commentary every day. And the phone number to make sure you are locked in, just in case they try to unexist me on one of these platforms, is 330-974-4607, and text MAGA to that number. Don't be talking about, so Kev, what you about to do? You were you cooking tonight? I mean, you know, granted, I love talking to everybody, but I got so many of those texts right now that's in the queue that I haven't even responded to. So don't be discouraged if I don't give you an immediate response. It's just a lot of them, which is good. I'm glad, because YouTube is trying to stick it to my channel, man. From 211,000 to 184 or 5, something like that. I don't know what it is, man. I don't even look at the numbers no more. It's discouraging. But I'm doing some other things to try to bring another audience over to my YouTube channel. And so you guys can help with liking, sharing my videos and all that stuff. You can always support the channel through my Cash App and my PayPal, and just simply word of mouth, sharing the videos. And those are all things that help. They really do. And then finally, subscribe to my alternative YouTube channel, which is Stop and Think About It. Don puts the link in the chat most of the time. And then I think I'm on Rumble. Follow me on X. Follow me on Truth Social, Instagram. I'm starting to branch out, y'all, on other social media platforms. I'm like, all right, man, stop being a hermit. Stop being an isolationist, Kev. Go ahead and start branching out. So we'll see what happens. That's what we'll do. And we'll keep on trucking, baby. So God bless y'all. God bless America. Now let's get ready to get out of here. Oh, yeah. Let me get my black on black MAGA hat. With the flip cop. This is awesome. Round y'all throats. I know you see the apes. I know you see the way we tear up the place. Yeah. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care.